Hello, hello. Just thought I'd try to put one more up on the board here as far as content goes. Um, where do I begin? Well, I don't really see no importance of starting at any particular point. I think I just wanted to, at least for now, consistency is kind of one of the things I want to keep up as far as content on this channel. I know that, you know, usually life has some type of volatility to it that makes you have to either switch up or it makes other things come in or things just change to the point where you know you end up living the life whatever you're living. But like I said, I'm trying to which is why I'm kind of doing this recording. I'm trying to make sure I'm consciously making the effort to try to not really control, maybe not the best word, but I'm just constantly trying to make an effort to kind of be the captain that has a good grip, maybe not necessarily a tight one, but has a good grip on um where his boat of life in the sea of reality is going. Understanding that there's going to be maybe nice days, some other days maybe tough winds, yada yada, etc. But again, kind of trying to just not just you know not take things too seriously, but also just I'm not trying to fall asleep at the wheel and just be like, oh, hit the snooze button, and before you know it, your whole ship of life, the whole boat of life in the sea of realities just ends up going wherever. And like I said, for people who kind of live that way, I get it, and it's nothing wrong with it. I'm just just trying to see where I can go with this thing. So that's you know I guess you could say that's one of the things that led to the channel being created. I I I guess for the most part, just to actually talk about it, I never really had too much interest in creating a channel along with any other social media. Not much has changed. I guess I like the fact that maybe I can upload something, try to, also keep certain things private that I want private, and it's some place to house some type of content or data. And so this way, almost no matter where you at, or if you upgrade your phone, switch phones, and something doesn't transfer over, when you sync information back and forth from your old phone to new phone, whatever happens, memory cards, SD cards, and I'm like, you know what, it might be kind of neat if I could just have something out there in the ether where I could just upload it and it's there, and I don't really have to worry about it. And at least I got something that I just always don't have to worry about labeling and saving, and did I bring it with me? And this is pretty much on YouTube, on the internet, and like I said, a lot of people who do this, it's something where it's like, how I did this 10 years ago, it would have been probably kind of cool to just go on YouTube on my phone, new phone, old phone, laptop, whatever, you got some internet, and then you can look at something that you put up, posted it, over a decade ago. I think that's cool. And like I said, for a lot, I just wasn't really thinking like that. Um, and that was kind of something I was mentioning not too long ago. It was just that and a lot of us go through that where you just wasn't thinking like that. It's like maybe something was there the whole time, but it wasn't. since it wasn't either presented to you like that, it wasn't maybe marketed to you like that or whatever, you didn't see it like that. And then you didn't notice that, there's more than one way something could be utilized, even though it might not be marketed, or even though maybe you didn't hear about it like that. So I was just talking about that to somebody, like you know it's sometimes it's like, it's amazing how something can be there the whole time, or there could be certain options that might be there the whole time, but whether you just wanted to play things close to your chest, or whether whatever, however you want to look at it, you just wasn't thinking like that. And sometimes it could be because of something else, like whatever your goal is, maybe you could be too focused on that goal that has nothing to do with what things might lead to, that you kind of tunnel vision, where you just focus on whatever you're concentrating on at the time, which might be a good or bad thing. But the whole point is you have such a focus or a tunnel vision on whatever's in your mind, or whatever you're doing at the time, or whatever thing got your attention, whatever is something that happened in the past or present or future, whatever you're trying to look forward to, or whatever, or avoid, that you're not realizing how you can maybe even create an opportunity. So it's like, you know, YouTube channels ain't new to me. I heard about these type of stuff, but like I said, most of the time I was hearing about YouTube channels, most people would talk about a lot of different things. If it really, I would say the most of the time, if I had to say, over the years, what I heard about, it was probably about just um well, obviously the economic part. Like, people would talk about outreach, the views, the the money they were making from it, and what they wanted to do looking forward, and the politics of it. Like, oh, this person, whether it's with, like I said, with the politics of YouTube, and different areas, and different nationalities, or different viewpoints. That's what I was hearing a lot about YouTube. If it wasn't about the politics of YouTube, the economics about it, or maybe the media, the news, or the drama. I think that's really was a, you know a huge chunk of what people were saying about, generally, about YouTube. But then you also, I heard a lot about the traveling, and relationships, friendships, meetups, stuff like that. So um I guess the reason why I started recording is because, like I said, I just, there's been a lot of pictures, and just saved content that I had on my memory card of my other phones, that I can't track down anymore. So I was like, you know what? The more I can try to make things easier for myself, where, you know, I can go to some place, wherever it is, and get old saved memories that mean something to me. Why not do it? I'm not. It doesn't really have to be anything about the money, or the politics, or drama, whatever. I'm just doing this because it's like, it's like I'm up in here trying to save certain photos and videos, and I think some of that stuff, I don't even know what happened to it. At least here, hopefully for the most part, once certain things are up, as long as it ain't nothing to it, no drama, it loads properly. For the most part, you're good to go. And and at least it could just be another place where maybe you can save some stuff. So it's like, if I would have did this, before, you know, I would have had even if the SD card um got lost, or even if something didn't sync over from my other phone, whatever, at least I would have another place where I can maybe retrieve some of the stuff. So I'm just trying to stay organized and again just give myself more options. That's always kind of usually helps somebody. Obviously I don't want to get distracted or confused or flustered with too much options to the point where you're losing focus of the main but losing focus of your main objective. But for the most part, I do like to have options and knowledge and have things that help, things that help me and just make things, if I wanted to, just to make things easier. So I didn't know where this post was going, or what I want to call it or label it, title it, but just wanted to say, like, because I was just now, before I did this post, I was just looking to see, what things are saved and what's what. And then my phone is telling me that my memory is getting full, which kind of like, I for the, to be honest with you, it's like, I barely downloaded anything on this phone, and it's telling me the memory's almost full. I gotta choose what I want to keep, what I want to do, what I don't want to keep. And then I think I have a spare SD card, but those things are so small, and could even be inside another phone, or it could be in my drawer. It's just like, man. And then you get charged for different service, for different cloud services, if you want to, save it on a, on a commercial external server somewhere. I'm like, well, which is obviously a fee, and it's just like, I could definitely see how that is useful, but it's like, come on, like at the end of the day, just this whole thing started with just me wanting to be able to make a call and maybe text message and email. This whole cell phone thing, I don't want it to, I don't want it to go to a point where it's just like, now, because something that started off with a cell phone that I was supposed to just do maybe text message, phone call, and email, little internet access. I don't want something to start off as that, and then it's like, now it's morphed into like this crazy maintenance ops, this crazy tax manager where it's like, it's taking so much out of you, and you're putting so much energy, money, and time into it, and it's requiring so much of that also, and you have to keep that up. And it's like, I want to try to keep things simple. At the same time, I understand that sometimes in life you got to get innovative, and sometimes in life you kind of have to, adapt and understand what's at hand to proceed or prevail. So I'm not trying to be some type of, progression bigot at the same time. I'm just trying to figure out the best ways on how to do that, learning from the past, trying to make things simpler, and move at a more organized, faster rate, if that's what I choose. But I guess that's what I'll say for this. I can go on more. I might make another post, and I just say peace.